We are crossing live to Absrod Oval, where the Scodfather will speak to the press.
I heard that he is in a grumpy mood.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Actually, we've got some news. Hang on, just breaking news. Let's see what's happened. As I pop this on, something has happened. Just calm it down. Okay, what's happened? Breaking news. There's no breaking news. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's continue now. Well, anyway, why haven't I been posting lately? You may be asking. What's going on? Okay, where's the videos? Okay, there's nothing. Okay, one video 7 days ago, one video 2 weeks ago. Actually, I did 2 2 weeks ago. But anyway, then 1 4 weeks ago. The videos have slowed down. Okay, you may be wondering what's happening. Why are they slowing down? Okay, just calm it down. Now, it's my spuds. They're upsetting me, okay? And I've probably got one of the worst teams I've ever had at Abs Magic. Besides last year, it was a bunch of spuds. But I feel like I've failed everybody this year. I'm feeling down. I'm not feeling happy about myself. I was expecting top 10. And even though I still got a chance, it's not looking as good as I thought it would be looking, and it sort of upset me. It's put me down. I'm sort of not enjoying it. I hate watching my spuds. Now, last week, what did we score? We scored a 23-64. Okay, we were ranked 101 now. It's like a ranking is okay, but it's not what I'm after. Okay, I'm after a top 10. I'm way behind what I thought I would be going for this year, and it's really put me down. The enjoyment factor isn't there for me right now. I'm just not enjoying it. I hate watching when a player like Dale, look at his scores, okay? I pick a player like Dale, scores a 73. I can't explain why. Well, what's going on, okay? This is a player that's taking kickouts, possible scoring a 130. Goes and scores a 73. Okay, then I see a player like Walsh score a 69. You expect these kind of players. I mean, 69, a rookie scores 69, okay? You don't expect this kind of scores. So it just sort of puts you off because you see a player that everyone else has got score 70 a quarter time, where my player can only score 69 in a whole game. It makes me very upset. Just calm it down. Anyway, life goes on. Okay, so we've got to move on, and these spuds have to take us to the top 10, and we're going to go all out this week. Okay, here's the trades we made this week. I'll just show you. We've brought in Sherry. We've brought in Filipu, and we've taken out Clark, who didn't do much last night, okay, and Gorn. Now, I could have taken out, I could have taken out no one else, okay, because I wanted Sherry. Now, Sherry's run home, I quite liked it, okay, I'm looking at Sherry. I enjoy watching a ruckman that has contested possessions, and look at his scores. A 119, 131, 103. He's a 110, 120 man, and that's what I like, okay? Even against tough opposition, he can score well. And he's got he's got a tough matchup sitting this week. Carlton, then he's got Geelong, which was a tough one, West Coast. The run home is easy. Against the Dogs, against English, he scored a 141 the last time he met him. So he's going to play English again. English struggled against him. He's got Geelong. Has he played Geelong yet? Let's have a look. Against Geelong, scored 91, but that was against Stanley. This time it's no longer Stanley. He has a very good run coming. So Sherry is my boy. Now, the other player that I brought in is Filipu. Now, I brought in Filipu because of his heat map. I saw this heat map. I went nuts. Okay, what a heat map. Virtually, he's everywhere. Okay, now he's only not 19. He's a young kid. I listened to his interview, and the way he was speaking, happy to play VFL to learn his trade. He doesn't have a big head. He's just a good kid, and I really enjoyed listening to him. And even though I'm not a St Kilda man, I actually fell in love with him. Okay, so I said I'm going to get him. Okay, I don't care. I'd rather have good kids in my team. So we brought him in. Okay, so now let's see what he can do now. His coach loves him as well. The coach said he didn't think he was this good. If he's going to be this good, the coach is going to give him a crack. He's going to play midfield now. That's what he wanted. The kid wanted to play midfield. Now he's got it. He used to play forward. Didn't score much previously. Last week, 60% midfield. And St Kilda's midfield, they don't have much in there anyway, so he'll have plenty of chances. So we'll see how he goes, but we're happy with him. And the reason also why we got him is because we're having problems with Kerno, who scored a 33 last week. I can't believe this. I paid it nearly. I went off the flow. It was averaging 90 after 14 rounds. I thought, oh, well, what's the worst he can do? Go 80, okay, as an F6? No, but for me, in the last he's averaging 40 for me right now in 2 games. He's driving me nuts. He's the reason I hate Supercoach right now. Just calm it down. Okay, I can't stand him. Anyway, I've got him. I'll put him on the bench this week. He's going to start on the bench, and I'll see how he goes. And he's going to be looped with Filippo. Anything under 80, I'm not taking, okay? He doesn't deserve to be in my team. So I've just chucked him on the bench. I don't want to look at him anymore. So Filippo's taking his spot. We've got Dowling in there as well. So we may take Dowling out and switch with Brown. If Kerno scores well, we might do this. Might do something like this, okay? But I actually prefer to field Dowling over him. That's how much I don't like Kerno. Anyway, we'll see how Kerno goes. Apparently, he was injured last week, okay? So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But he wasn't injured the week before, and he still scored a 50. Or what did he score the week before? Let's have a look, okay? Season rank, okay? 54 against Richmond. I mean, look at these scores. Okay, besides the Collingwood game, 108, 71, 90, 81, 80, 118, and for me, at Abs Magic, a 54 and a 33, a combined score of 80s, 87, averaging 43. Okay, that's disgusting. Anyway, we've got him. We paid top dollar for him. How much did we pay? $450K for him. We got ripped off. So, actually, we chose Kerno. We didn't even go Caldwell. Could have got Caldwell that week, but no, we got Kerno. Every decision I made this year, a 50-50, it's been wrong, okay? For example, Zorko. Before I got Zorko, instead of Zorko, I picked... who did I pick? I picked the Bulldogs player, McRae, okay? Because that week Zorko was going to play in the back line, or in the forward line, which he did, and he scored a 50 that week. But the following week, he went back to nuts again, and I got stuck with McRae for a while. Another mistake. Virtually every mistake I make, it costs me bad. And this year, I've made too many mistakes. I'm good at picking spuds. Okay, I'm the spud collector, and the proof is in the pudding right now. All the spuds are here. Anyway, let's move on with this week's disaster. Okay, the Carnage. Let's talk about it. Now, I put up a tweet yesterday. I said here, a recipe for disaster. Sexton out. I mean, I don't have Sexton, but some people do, okay? The fish out. Well, last week, I was going to keep him. Lucky I didn't. Rankin out. Now, the good teams have Rankin. We, unfortunately, at Abs Magic, we only collect spuds, so we don't have Rankin. We actually got lucky. Sometimes it's lucky to be a spud collector. So we missed out on Rankin. The good teams all got him in, and they're paying for it right now. Heaney out. So that's 4 players in your forward line, all out, okay? And then you add in the Gorns, the McGoverns, and the Millers. It's disaster, okay? And and I said, if you've got these players, tell me a story. All right, what story have you got? Okay, let's have a look now. Let's look at some of the stories now, or some of the replies. Now, we had a reply here from the Supercoach AFL. He says, one does not simply survive Carnage. It says, just coming down. Okay, now that's from the official app. Okay, even they know about it. Now, we had my boy here, John. He said here, actually, this is just coming. I missed this one. I didn't see it. Okay, it says here, hi, Abs. The Carnage has forced me to go down to only one trade left. That's a problem. Everyone's gone down to 1 or 2 trades or 0 trades, like in my case. He says, I have cover for Gorn, which is Kruger, and last night we saw Kruger. Okay, this is the cover for Gorn. How do you cover Gorn? You have a Kruger that scores a 56. He's not really cover. Okay, so says he's got Kruger there and Heaney. He's got Dowling for Heaney. But with Fisher also out, I'll be trading him to Caldwell. If Houston is laid out, I'll have Schoenmakers covering him. Now, apparently, someone on SEN said that Houston might be out. Okay, so Houston could have a problem. Just coming down. Now, we've got my boy here, Eugene. She says, yeah, I have all the players except Miller and have 3 trades only left. So it's going to be down to 1 now. He says, and playing against the greatest super coach of all time this week, Abs Magic, Scodfather Cup 3. Just see how it goes. Now, Braden Crocker says, do I trade in Flupu or Humpty from Geelong? Okay, now, my reply to him was, actually, what was my reply to him? Okay, actually, no, he says here, if I trade in Humphreys, I'm feeling false drop. Okay, if I trade in Filipu, I have no cover for Houston. And I said, are there rumours about Houston? I didn't even know about the rumours about Houston. But he's gonna bring in Filipu apparently. So we'll see how that goes. Now I prefer Filipu over Humpty. Actually, he said Humpty. Humpty went. What did Humpty do? Humpty looked really good. He scored a 108. I actually regret not picking Humpty. Okay, so Humpty was a good pick. 19 kicks, 4. He actually looked really good. However, last week he scored 60 odd. So what do you go by? He's 60 or which one is the real Humpty? Anyway, has a good role. Now let's continue. Now PD. Has got Fish, Governor, Rankin, Heaney, Gorn, and Took. He also says here, I also have Houston and Curnow, who are rumoured to be laid out. I have 2 trades and used one to go from Rankin to Neil. It's disaster everywhere. Okay, now, Jack Newman. Thoughts on trading Sexton to Blickhalfs to cover Gorn and push him to an extra man covering Ruck. Unfortunately, last night, Blickhalfs didn't do too well, so hopefully Jack Newman, didn't get Blickhalfs, but I think he did. Now, Joel Martin. Now, Joel Martin, for those that don't know, he's coming 5th right now in Supercoach. He's killing it this year. Actually, Joel Martin and myself, okay, and now look at my team, okay. Actually, let me show you something. Well, actually, what I wanted to show you, it doesn't show it here, because last week, when I sort of looked up how Joel's going compared to my team, because I usually go through the top 10 and see what they, like, for example, I go into Scodfather group, then I go to game day and sort of compare the teams. And Joel only had 3 players unique to me. There's only 3 players difference. It was Laird versus, who was it? It was Laird versus Neil, okay, and his Neil scored 180. My Laird scored 100, so there's 80 points just there. He had who else was different? He had this. I can't remember who they were, but there was only 3 players different. Except this week we made a few trades and a few changes. Plus we brought in some of the subs, so we've got a few extra differences now. Although I do have Kerno, Merritt, Butters, etc., but it was sort of vice captain and captain different. I've got Sarong as well. We've only got 3 players that are different to a team that's ranked 5th. We're ranked 101. That's how bad we've been going. Okay, so our team isn't that bad. It's just that I a player like Joel has played this year much better than myself. He's timed his purchases better than me. And that's what I'm so upset with myself about, the timing of the players that I brought in. Wrong time, okay? Every one of them. Now, let's go back to Joel now. Let's see what Joel is saying right now. Okay, it says, only cover I need is gone. Okay, Sean may get the cover, the Gov this week. And fingers crossed that the Houston rumours are BS. Okay, and I think they are. Okay, we'll find out. Now, Isaac Stagg says, should I bring in Nank and Colby, but cop a donut this week to bring in English and Dylan Moore, but have full team this week? Please help. I said it's a tricky question. It depends if you're playing for leagues. I take the donut if I'm playing for leagues. If I'm playing for overall, I'd avoid the donut. But Isaac's playing for both, so I would probably avoid the donut. Now, Ads Matey says, what do I even do with my spuds at this point? Okay, now, and I said, where do you start? Okay, the poor boy, look at this. He's got Heaney, Rankin, Fisher, Gorn. He's got problems everywhere. Okay, Miller. Okay, the poor kid. Okay, now, the poor young man. Anyway, now, Jason, he's ranked 78. And he's fielding 21. That's bad, okay? I mean, you work hard all year to get to a ranking of 78, and then you have to cop a donuts, okay? That's just unfair. And unfortunately for him, who's he got? He's got the Fish, Sexton. The bench cover's not the best, okay? And that's a problem. That should be probably next year something to think about is not get too many of these a player like Payne. You don't need these kind of players, okay? You need players that are playing. And unfortunately for Jason, he's going to cop a donut, and that's really unlucky, okay? Especially when you're ranked so high. Now, my boy here, Jake Sharp, he says fielding Caulfield, Kruger, Freya, and Dowling, holding Gorn, still one primo. Off full primo. Now, obviously, Jake's playing for leagues, and he plays in the Richmond League, so he can hold Gorn. If you're playing for leagues, you can hold Gorn, okay? Because Gorn comes back for the finals for us, so you don't have to trade him out, okay? Now, the rookie coach, AFL, says here, this is my story, okay? He says, Heaney, Gorn, Sexton, and the Fish. Says I'll have to keep the Fish on the ice and hope he comes back to life while Sexton says goodbye, and we go for SDK to mimic of his brother. Now, unfortunately, what did SDK do last night? Let's have a look. SDK, Sam DeConning, 58. He only had 7 hitouts. Blickoff's had 12 hitouts. Blickoff's had more hitouts than DeConning did. DeConning, probably not a good ruckman, but had 22 possessions, so he's more useful around the ground. And it's probably where Geelong find use in him. So Geelong don't really need a ruckman. They just need someone to get the 22 touches. So, unfortunately, this week it didn't work out. Maybe next week he'll come good again. Now, Matthew English says here, Rankin, after trading Fisher to him last week instead of Caldwell, who I'm now trading Rankin to. Now, unfortunately for English, I mean, that's just unlucky for Matthew English. You trade Fisher, brought in Rankin from Fisher, now he's going to go to Caldwell. Could have gone Caldwell and saved the trade. It's just unlucky. Now, Riley McCartney, okay, he says here there's a crisis meeting at Riles Road Oval. Okay, now, protests have begun outside the front gates. With sack Riles banners all over the place, just coming down. Anyway, some fans also jumping ship to support Abs Magic. Okay, now, unfortunately for those fans, they're going to want their money back if they're going to support Abs Magic. Not doing that well. Now, we go to Jordan. It says here, somehow I only have one non-playing on my field with Sexton, but forces my hand to trade him to somebody or something. Now, Harvey Sutherland, there's a live scenes of his team. The fight's been going all night. Okay, just stopped. Live scenes there. You know, Joseph Curley says, trading Rankin to Caldwell. Gone to Sherry because I can't possibly trust a big guy with foot injury to come back healthy in 2 weeks. It says Heaney I can survive playing Dowling for a week. Houston, rumours at worst, I get Sean Maker as backup, and that's true. Now, Chef Curry says he's got Governor, Heaney, Gawn, Rankin, Sexton. Says I'll survive by going Rankin and Sexton to Jackson and Zorko. So he's got cover. And Matty's saying here, add Houston and Kerner to the issues. We don't know yet, okay? We're going to find out. And Blackie Supercoach, go big or go home. Okay, it looks like his last trades. Okay, Meek and Caldwell in. Gorn and the sexy man is out. Biz says they only have Rankin and Heaney out of that group. Trade Rankin to Caldwell and Jackson. Ruck cover should be a good week. Okay, so Biz looking for a big week this week. Sometimes Carnage works for you because other teams suffer, you don't. Okay, so in Biz's situation, he's looking good. Now, Alex Walters fielding Freya and Hutchinson, whichever isn't the sub, and we'll loop Cougar to see if I use my last trade on Max. Well, Cougar didn't do too well, so I'm probably going to use Max now. It's last trade. Everyone's trades are gone. Okay, they're vanished. Okay, so we need more trades. 40 wasn't enough. Now, the Slippery Gypsy says, I'm rolling for Donut until either Gorn or Rankin comes back in. He's already run out of trades, the poor young man. Now, Noel says, that is a lot of donuts. Well, they're not my donuts, luckily. Now, TFBC Jason says, there's no surviving, okay? It's all downhill from here, and unfortunately for young man. And Impress, or Irrepress, okay, it's actually Irrepress. He's looking in the mirror, and he says, let's do this. Now, going on last night's game, if you had Humpty as cover, you'd be very happy, okay? However, a lot of people have Humpty as a spare in the midfield, so they need to take a player out. So who would you take out of your team? Well, you'd probably take out who would you take out? Probably a Steele type player, or a player that looks like it's getting tagged this week. So there could be a few options, but his score of 108, not many would have that on field. So it'll be unlucky unless you used him in defence. That way you could have covered if you got the Governor. Okay, now Mana scored a 75. Now, that's still okay. Now, 4 tackles. Last week he had 14 tackles. So he needs those tackle numbers to be high to get to that 100s, okay? And he didn't get there this week. Now, Collingwood, who would you have had as backup? Joe Richards, 53. Mind you, a quarter time, he was on 25 or 30 or something. So didn't do much. And he kicked 2 goals to get his 53. That's not a good sign. And Kruger, 56. And with Cox coming back soon, how does Kruger hold that spot? So we're not sure. But Kruger disappointed. When people needed him the most to cover for Gorn, he didn't do it. Okay. And was there anyone else of interest here? Well, Nick Dacos, some had a VC on him. At half time, he was on about 60, 66, I think it was. He was looking good, or 61. Then he got tagged, and he stopped. 89. And Tom Stewart, the 105, started midfield, went back to defence, had a lot of cheap kicks, and actually looked okay. Scored 105 is not bad, okay, and that's pretty much it. And if you brought in SDK, we talked about him before, didn't do much. We go to Captain's Corner now, and we start off with Pigmentality. Now, unfortunately, he probably didn't see the teams come in yet because he did this on Wednesday, and so he says here TDK into Butters. But since he mentioned this, Pinternet got named, so maybe he won't take TDK now. But anyway, Butters as the captain is the Pigmentality choice. Now the Super Couch Potato couldn't make up his mind. Bont was his VC, but with the captain, he was thinking Merits, Butters, or Dunks. Eventually, he's moved to the Dunks. Now, JS, unfortunately for JS, his vice captain didn't work out, although it was working out, but it stopped working. And so he's got Captain Dunkley now. The Land of the Bishops. Land of the Bishops having a great year in the top 300 at one stage. Unfortunately, had a couple of bad weeks like myself, and so it's gone Bont into Butters. Okay, now the Butterman. Now, Nikolastikos. Okay, now he's actually having a good year, Nikolastikos. Okay, he's actually in the top 1,000. Would you believe this? Now, you may see his captain choices and say, "Oh, he's not doing that well," but he actually is. So now, Nikolastikos has gone Gulden into Anderson. Now, the legend hen, the legend himself, okay, now he's gone Dacos into Butters, and Kane from Dr. Supercoach. Okay, we have two here from Dr. Supercoach. We stole their information, okay, we've got spies out there. Now, Kane has gone Dacos into English. Unfortunately for Kane, Dacos didn't work out, so English is the man. Now, Janaf, my boy here, has gone Merit into Dunkley. Now, Cade has gone Dacos into the Bont. And Woodsy, who's been very good at picking captains and vice captains, has gone Merit into Neil. Now, with Abs Magic, we're going to go Merit. We don't have Neil, okay? We don't have Dunkley. We don't have English. We don't have Anderson. So we're going to go Merit into the Butters, okay? Just come it down! Now, last week's matchups, okay? Now, because we didn't go through this, so we'll go through it quickly. Supercoach of DR, we lost to Joshua by 6 points because my Spuds had a bad weekend. Now, Scodfather Cup 1. XRP Phoenix, unfortunately for Yaron, he had a shocker, 1990. So we had a win there. Scodfather Cup 2, the Fiddler, we had a very close game, 23-64, 23-08. The Fiddler, a very good young man, and his son as well. I got both of them in this league. Now, we go to Scodfather Cup 3, and Billy the Goat Herder. Okay, that's my friend Billy. He smashed me. Had a 40-point win. He told me about it too straight away. Okay, I could have come down. Now, we go further down. Scodfather Cup 5 and Adventure Tortoise. Okay, Tortoise. Okay, Adventure Tortoise. That's James's team. Gave us a smashing. Okay, now we were ranked number 1 in that league. We just copped a hiding. Last week we copped a hiding bad. Now, Scodfather Cup 6. Michael, semi-pro. We actually had a win over. We had one of our real victories, okay, against Michael. And Scodfather Cup 7. Actually, I told you about Fiddler. This is Junior Fiddler, his son. Okay, now I beat both of them. Okay, unfortunately for a young Junior Fiddler, he lost by 5 points. The young man I feel sorry for him. Okay, and Luke would have been very upset because I don't know Luke personally, but I sort of got to understand him a little bit, and he takes his Supercoach very seriously. Last year, he was in a top 20 after 4 or 5 rounds. He was killing it. Anyway, had a 5-point victory there. Now, the plans for this week. Now, I've put the governor on the bench, and I'm looping with Graham. Just hoping Graham isn't the sub. He's going to kill me if he is. I put McGovern there, so that way I could put him as captain if he has a big game. But if Merritt has a big game. Otherwise, it'll just stay like that. Now, because I don't have any other loop options, okay? I could put Strawn there, I suppose, and put Sherry there. I could do the same thing, actually. No, I can't, because... no, there are no other options, because Merritt plays after Strawn, or Merritt plays before Sydney and North Melbourne, so I can't VC here. There's not many VC options around here, so that's why I've gone for McGovern as the loop option this week. Now, I've got no bench cover in the midfield. Okay, so I've got no bench cover in the ruck. We have Kerno here as bench. I could have put Simpkin here and left Kerno and see how Simpkin goes against Sydney. But I just don't trust Curnow anymore. The trust is gone, okay? So Curnow is on the bench, okay? And we're just going to leave him there until he scores well. Otherwise, we're going to take Dowling. And I'm hoping Dowling has a good weekend because Dowling, with Rankin out, maybe gets more mid-time. So we'll see how he goes. Anyway, now we're projected 22.87, but if we put McGovern and Graham there, it goes to 23.52. So the position goes up a little bit, okay? But at the moment, get back here. We're going to leave it as that, okay? So the projection goes down. We can get a better projection if we put Curnow in there as well. So we're probably looking around about 23.50-ish this week, which is not much, okay? So it's a very bad score. Anyway, good luck, everyone. Okay, hope the Carnage stops. Okay, it needs to stop. I can't calm it down. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for joining. And remember one thing. It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.
That's all, folks.